Well, good morning. How is everyone doing this morning? I struggling a little bit this morning. We got in bed a little bit late. Good morning, whoever's there with me. Welcome. Today is August the 22nd, and we are going to be in Proverbs 22 to start the day. Got a nice cup of coffee. Still trying to wake up, y'all. Sorry about that, but I got a really good cup of coffee. Really good. Just opened that coffee. And it's knocking stuff off the table. Something we've been thinking about. If you can read that, how to do some of that. That's just doodling while we was on the computer with live. So hopefully you can hear me. It is. Hey, welcome in, Rebecca. Good morning. Like I said, it's 4:22. I didn't do that on purpose. 4:22 on the 22nd of August, and we're reading Proverbs 22. It's a lot of twos. I got a video about that. 22 is a calf. I had a miracle calf born February the 2nd, 1922 or 2022. Boy, I went back a while there, didn't I? I didn't have a bull, and this calf just showed up. Hadn't had a bull in 18 months at that time, and this calf showed up. But I let the YouTube name him, and it turns out Tuesday, TWOSDAY, Tuesday was the calf's name, born 22. Enough of that. Let's get to this morning's Bible study. Chapter 22 starts out, a good name is to be chosen rather than great riches, loving favor rather than silver and gold. The rich and the poor have this in common. The Lord is the maker of them all. Yes, he is. A prudent man foresees evil and hides himself, but simple pass on and are punished. By humility and the fear of the Lord are riches and honor and life. Thorns and snares are in the way of the perverse. He who guards his soul will be far from them. That's nice. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. You know, that's a verse a lot of people quote, and I've seen it come true time and time again. The rich rules over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender. That's a verse that Dave Ramsey uses a lot in Financial Peace University. Dina and I facilitated Financial Peace University for our church for about 15 years. It was very rewarding, very rewarding. He who sows iniquity will reap sorrow, and the rod of his anger will fail. He who has a generous eye will be blessed, for he gives of his bread to the poor. Cast out the scoffer, and contention will leave. Yes, strife and reproach will cease. He who loves purity of heart and has grace on his lips, the king will be his friend. The eyes of the Lord preserve knowledge, but he overthrows the words of the faithless. The lazy man says, there is a lion outside, I shall be slain in the streets. The mouth of the immoral woman is a deep pit. He who is abhorred by the Lord will fall there. Foolishness is bound up in the heart of a child. The rod of correction will drive it far from him. He who oppresses the poor to increase his riches, and he who gives to the rich will surely come to poverty. And this next little heading is titled Sayings of the Wise. Welcome in, everyone. My internet just went down and my phone now. I'm on my phone now. Well, welcome back, Rebecca. Sorry we lost you for a minute there. Sayings of the Wise. And it starts in verse 17, chapter 22, verse 17. Incline your ear. Let me start that over. Incline your ear and hear the words of the wise, and apply your heart to my knowledge. For it is a pleasant thing if you keep them within you. Let them all be fixed upon your lips, so that your trust may be in the Lord. I have instructed you today, even you. Have I not written to you excellent things of counsels and knowledge, that I may make you know the certainty of the words of truth, that you may answer words of truth to those who send to you? Do not rob the poor because he is poor, nor oppress the afflicted at the gate. For the Lord will plead their case and plunder the soul of those who plunder them. Make no friendship with an angry man, and with a furious man do not go, lest you learn his ways and set a snare for your soul. Do not be one of those who shakes hands in a pledge, one of those who is surety for debts. Also a verse that Dave Ramsey uses a lot. Hey, welcome in, Mike. Glad you're in here. Rebecca said, good morning, Terry and Mike. Yeah, and Terry, I'm sorry. Yeah. If you have nothing with which to pay, why should he take away your bed from under you? Do not remove the ancient landmark which your fathers have set. Do not see a man who excels in his work. He will stand before kings. He will not stand before unknown men. And that is Proverbs 22. So, put my bookmark back in there so I don't have to search for it so much tomorrow. We move over to Ephesians 6. So, I want to ask you guys a question right quick before we get into Ephesians. I've got to be in Oklahoma City at 5 o'clock in the morning, which means it's at least an hour's drive, sometimes 2, depending on traffic, before I can get to where we're going. Dina's having a little surgical procedure test thing done tomorrow. Should I pre-record tomorrow's reading of Proverbs, or try to read it on the road, let her drive? Y'all leave it in the comments to let me know. Terry's trying to get out of bed now. I have to be at the hospital at 6:30 this morning for surgery. Hey, Mike, we're praying for you guys. Yeah, I got to go to the VA. I went to the VA Monday and got to go again next week. So, I canceled one in Oklahoma City. I don't mean to get into all this around my Bible study, but I canceled the VA appointment in Oklahoma City, and I can't get back into that doctor till February. So this next Monday, I'm going to go to a private doctor for the same thing because it's going to take too long to get it back in the VA. I do most everything through the VA, more in Lawton, Fort Sill than Oklahoma City. But anyway, I digress from all that. Let's get into Ephesians 6. Verse 10, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places. Therefore, take up the whole armor of God, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand, stand therefore, having girded your waist with truth, having put on the breastplate of righteousness, and having shod your feet with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, with which you were able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked one, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, being watchful to this end with all perseverance and supplication for all the saints. And for me, the utterance may be given to me, that I may open my mouth boldly to make known the mystery of the gospel, for which I am an ambassador in chains, that in it I may speak boldly as I ought to speak. Hey, thank y'all for joining us. Thank you for putting on your armor with me, and for getting our daily dose of Proverbs, which is just good life direction, good life wisdom, and instruction. So please leave in the comments whether or not you think I should pre-record tomorrow morning, or maybe I'll let Dina drive up to the hospital in the morning, and I'll try to do a live while we drive. So love you guys. May God bless each and every one of you. Mike, praying for you in today's surgery. I don't know what it's about. But man, I know I've had so many this year, just little minor stuff, but still yet it's a hindrance to your day. Thank you, Rebecca, for that. God bless y'all. Love each and every one of y'all, and we'll see you tomorrow, either live or pre-recorded. So far, we got pre-recorded. God bless. Time for another.